I'm starting a new series. It's what am I gonna do with my leftovers? I don't know about your family, but my family really doesn't like leftovers unless it's like a dessert or carnitas, like chicken for carnitas, or like pulled pork. But other things, it'll just sit in the fridge and it'll go bad, and then I'll have to waste the food, and that drives me nuts. So I'm gonna start using my leftovers. I'm gonna start making a series where let's say you have chicken left over. Let's create a new meal. I have a ton of beans, this big in a pot. I'm gonna create a new meal with it because I don't wanna waste it. And so that's what I'm gonna do today, is I put the garlic in already. I have a little bit of avocado oil. So she made the Cowboy beans. There is some ground beef in it. And I don't think she did the bacon. So I thought, you know what, let's add some new components to it. We'll use the old and add some new stuff to create a whole meal. So I'm creating basically 2 meals. And if you make it big enough, you could probably get 3 meals out of it. And so that's a way to utilize all your food so there's no waste. And then you kind of trick your family into being like, look it's new. It's not that barbecue chicken. I created something different. And so I thought this is perfect because how many of you guys, you just don't know what to do with your leftovers? Like for me, I'll just set them on the counter. I don't do anything with them. And so the kids will like go out to eat, or they'll make a sandwich and they don't eat the leftovers. It drives me crazy. So I thought this is perfect. So we're gonna start making some videos on what you can do with your leftovers. This already smells great. Oh my goodness. And sometimes it takes me a while to figure out what I'm gonna cook. I'll just sit in the kitchen. I'll grab some stuff, grab some spices, put something together. So I do struggle sometimes cooking. I get tired of cooking, or I keep cooking the same thing and I want something different. And so Haley has already seasoned the beans. Like it has the ketchup, the barbecue sauce, the molasses, the brown sugar. So she already has the spices. So I just wanted to add some protein to it. So that's why I picked out the bacon and the sausage, because she already has some burger with it too. So I thought, you know what, how about we just add to it? And I mean, I could make it a soup if I wanted. I could add some different beans and make some kind of like bean soup. But because it's so sweet, I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna add some more protein to it. It is a little sweet. She's like, I don't know, Mom, I just like dumped the stuff in. And I'm like, well, thank you though. I mean, I'm so thankful she did it because I was super busy. So I thought if I added more, like some onions and protein, it would like take the sweetness out of it. And that's, hey, Izzy just walked in. I'm using my leftovers to start making videos. I'm gonna get the bacon, the sausage, the onions. I got garlic in here and some oil. And I'm just gonna get this bacon crispy. We're gonna add the beans to it. I'm gonna taste it too and see if I need to add maybe some garlic salt. If it is too sweet, and change it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. So I'm gonna try the beans. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not a bean person. I do like bean soups, but I'm not like a beanie weenie type person, or like a Cowboy beans person. That's not me.
It's in Harvey.
Oh, okay.
Can we go grab it right now?
I guess so. Go ahead. My son is taking my old Suburban. We gave it to him, and so he's trying to fix the air condition and the heat, and he's trying to get it all ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna try this. I got it heating up. So it is a little sweet, but it has a good taste. So I want to get this bacon all looking nice. And then I think I need to add maybe some Worcestershire sauce to it. Something salty, maybe some garlic salt, onion salt, salt. I think sometimes if you make a soup or you've made like a casserole, I think by just adding some more components to it, like maybe you got to add more chicken, or maybe add some different veggies. I'm actually thinking about maybe adding some zucchini to this, but maybe by adding another component to it, it kind of changes it up, or you add more stuff. Sometimes I'll make like a soup and they have taken all the stuff out of it and it's only broth. So then the next day I'll just cook up some more chicken or add some more veggies to it just to make it like all fresh and stuff. And it usually works, you know, if I ever have leftovers, but when I do, it works better than just laying it out. When I lay it out, nobody eats anything. But when I add to it, like I made a potato salad, and oh my goodness, I made so much. And so I put olives and like different mustards in it. And so today I'm actually gonna serve the potato salad too, and I'm gonna add black olives, chunks of cheese, chunks of sausage to it, like sausage and cheese, like the holidays. So I'm gonna add some more components to it because that's how my husband loves it. And then that way it's different. It's the same potato salad, but you've just added some stuff to it. So sometimes you don't have to completely create a new meal. You can just add to that meal. Or maybe you have pork chops and you wanna throw them in the oven and put some sauce on them, and then maybe whip up a veggie to go with it, you know, just to change it up. Like I have mashed potatoes downstairs that we had. And I think I'm gonna make like a twice baked potato casserole. So I'm gonna put it in a casserole dish with some cheese and butter and then maybe some bacon. I'm gonna bake it in the oven. So, cause you know, twice baked potatoes, you empty them, you know, you take out the centers, mush them up, make them mashed potatoes, put them back in, and you bake them again. I love twice baked potatoes. So I thought, how cool would it be to make a twice baked, maybe my casserole dish, a twice baked potato casserole. So that's something I'm gonna do too, to use up all this food that we haven't eaten before. So yeah, so today is gonna be this and then the potato salad. So just, you know, just adding a couple things, maybe adding a couple herbs and spices. Maybe you've made a soup and it's so thick, so you make another roux to add to it, or add bacon. I mean, there's just so many ways that you can change the meal to trick your family into eating it again. And they don't even know. And so like this, the Cowboy beans, I'm adding a ton of stuff to it. They're not even gonna, well, I mean, they'll know, but you know, you're making it fresh again for them. I might have to take some of these beans to our church family. We got some people that live alone, so whenever I do I make too much, like I made a rhubarb casserole or rhubarb crisp, and I'm gonna I like to put it in containers and take it to people in our church that, you know, maybe they're just by themselves and they don't like to cook. I mean, we have it, nobody's eating it. I don't mind sharing it with people that we love. So yeah, this is smelling great already, oh my goodness. I love bacon so much, especially when you cook with onions, oh my goodness. So great. So you know what, I might even go grab a bell pepper and add a red pepper to it. That sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna add some pepper to it. I just feel like it needs it. And then I'm gonna add some Worcestershire because it's kind of salty. And I'm also gonna add some Dijon mustard, a tablespoon, some minced onion, a couple tablespoons, some garlic salt. I'm gonna say about a tablespoon. And then about a tablespoon of chili powder. I want that smokiness to it. I'm gonna add some paprika. All right. The bacon's nice and crispy. I just really want to counteract the sweetness of the beans. Kind of looks like a chili. Yummy. Nice. Almost like a gravy type. All right, that looks great. So the beans are pretty thick. I made my own tomato juice. So I'm just gonna add some tomato juice. I might go get another one just to thin it out a little bit. Mmm, yummy. So I got another big one because it's gonna need some liquid. All right. I'm just trying to cook the peppers down a little bit more. All right. I feel like I'm changing it up to a soup. Yeah, we'll see. You could also do brats. If I had any leftover brats or hot dogs, I would add it to this too. I wish I did. Ooh, that'd be really good. To have the sausage, the burger, the bacon, and the brats. Ooh, that'd be like a kitchen soup, Cowboy beans, wouldn't it? Nice. That looks great. All right, I'm gonna let this simmer for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna start bringing in the beans. Bringing in the beans. I'm spilling the beans. What am I spilling the beans about? You guys know I have 2 kids getting married now, right? One gets married in a couple months, and one gets married next year. Super exciting. And then Izzy just graduated, and Noah graduates next year. And then I have no kids in high school. Yay! Oh, it's been a long haul. Oh my goodness. I'm ready for my kids to be home. Okay, let this simmer for about 5 minutes, and then bean time. I'm spilling the beans. All right, I'm adding the beans. to my pot. I wonder too if they don't eat all this, if I could actually can it. I don't know. To look into that. Oh man, that is so many beans. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. And I know it's gonna cut down the sugar taste on it. Look at all this coming through. I wish I had potatoes. Oh, it'd be so amazing. I got canned potatoes downstairs. I should have potatoes to it. All right, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna run downstairs and get us some potatoes that are canned. They're already cooked. Yes. See, just gotta get the wheels a-going. And beans. Let's throw them in. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. It's got all the meat in it. This is really a cowboy stew, isn't it? Cowboy beans. All right, I got 2. And I chopped them up small when I canned them because I wanted to be able to do stuff like this. There's a little bit of juice in them and that's okay. It's gonna stir in anyway. Nice. Get all those potatoes out of there. I think I missed one right here. Get out of there, come on. Don't wanna waste anything. There we go. All right, let's cook this. Oh, look how tall I am. I'm right to the bottom of it, or the top of it. Oops, I just overflowed all over my floor. Okay, this looks great. Okay, I'm just gonna keep stirring this, let it simmer, and I'm gonna try it. Oh, it looks so good. I didn't even think to put beans in it. This was like a last minute thing. And the peppers, see, I just gotta get the mind a working. Maybe this could be a recipe I share on my cookbook, the next cookbook. Okay, it looks great. My crew is home from work, and now it's time to give them this cowboy. I'm gonna call it a cowboy stew instead of cowboy beans because I have so many cool things in it that I think it's more of like a soup stew. I have some croissants that we had left over, and so now it's time to try it, and I'll tell you if I helped it. That's actually pretty good. I'm glad I added the peppers to it. I'm glad I added the paprika and the chili powder because it has like a, not like a smoky taste to it, but like a cowboy taste to it, I guess. So yeah, it's wonderful. I got the croissants. You can put it in a bowl. You can, I thought I was just gonna do beans, but you can put it in a bowl and get bread and butter and serve it with bread and butter. You can make your own bread or just get bread, you know, from the store, slather it with butter, and you can serve it with bread and butter. So it turned out good. All right, well, thank you for joining me on my very first video of what to do with these leftovers. I'm gonna have to think of something better for that though. It turned out good. So I turned these ordinary beans, super sweet ordinary beans, into a cowboy soup almost, like a stew. I'm gonna call it a stew. And so we'll put it over bread. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much, and look out for my next what to do with leftovers. I just want to keep saying that. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. It's really getting hot here, and we aren't liking the heat. We like it in the 70s. Once it gets to 80s, we ain't very happy. I guess soup wasn't the perfect day, our very first hot day, and I made soup, or I'm gonna call it a stew. But it's pretty good though. It smells wonderful, and I will put the recipe in the comments if you happen to have some leftover beans, or maybe you just wanna make this, go grab out some Bush's beans and make the soup or the stew. Or you can do cowboy beans, make it a little thicker, but it's turned out perfect. So yummy.